Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today to do a post review of my latest completion. I do like to show all the paintings that I complete on the channel, but I did actually show this one in a brief TikTok/YouTube short. So you may have already seen it if you follow me in those sort of areas of what I do, but I still wanted to go over it properly because it's just such a beautiful finish. So I have here An Evening Stroll by Deborah Malcolm at Diamond Art Club, and here it is. There we are. Oh, it's pretty much all in frame. Amazing. I love this tripod for that. So yeah, here it is. It is so gorgeous. Oh, I've just seen here a drill that's come off, and I'm assuming it's that one because that one fits. So I'm just going to pop that into place. I've just fixed that, and then I've spotted another one down here, so I'm going to fix that one as well. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully that's all of them. That is really strange because that is not a problem that I ever encounter with Diamond Art Clubs. I was trying to roll this up to put it in the box the other day, and I was getting a little frustrated because I couldn't get it to roll and I was being a bit rough, so I wonder if that's my fault. It seemed like some drills had shifted around and then some had popped off because there wasn't space for them anymore. Anyway, I wouldn't necessarily take that as a reflection of the canvas. It may well be my error, but either way, these things happen. Anyway, this is a round drill kit and it's from Diamond Art Club, as I said. It's 71 by 56 centimeters, which I always think of the ones that are 70 something by 50 something as the kind of medium size paintings that Diamond Art Club offers. And they're the sort of project that will take you, if you're like me, a couple of weeks, but they won't take you forever. So they're a good size that I go to quite often. So this is a painting I bought last February. I checked on Gemsflow, and yeah, I've had this sitting in my stash for a while. And it's even when I thought about destashing at times, just because I wasn't getting round to it. And as I've mentioned before, I'm a bit of a magpie. I see the pretty new paintings. I want to buy the pretty new paintings, but I only have so much space, and I certainly only have so much money to put towards this. So I generally fund that by destashing kits that I've had for a long time and I don't feel like I'm going to work on anytime soon. And I have thought about that with this one before, but I'm really glad that I didn't. I genuinely did enjoy this one so much. I started it on the 17th of May and I finished it on the 10th of June, but I would say I was a fair bit slower than I usually am because I just haven't had a ton of time recently to diamond paint. Life has been a bit hectic, so there's been plenty of days I haven't sat down to diamond paint at all, which is not like me. Or if I have done, I've sat down and diamond painted for a little bit and then I've thought, oh, actually I'm really tired, I have to go to bed because I often diamond paint in the evenings. But the few times that I have sat down to it and really had a good go at it, it's worked up very quickly. There is a lot of multi-placing in this kit. If you are a multi-placer, that is. I mean, there's multi-placing opportunities, there's colour blocking. So yeah, if you are inclined towards that kind of kit, bear that in mind because this really did go quickly when I had the time to work on it. So yeah, it's just gorgeous. I'm really admiring it and just, yeah, I love it. Absolutely stunning colours. I am always banging on about the colours in diamond paintings. I'm a bit like a broken record, but it's such an important thing to me when choosing what painting I'm going to work on as to what colours it has and are those going to be fun and appealing and bright and vibrant to work with. And this one has that, you know, it's all the reds and the yellows and the oranges, which bizarrely in normal life, they're not particularly favourite colours of mine, but in diamond painting form, I get so much more enjoyment out of working with those colours. I don't know what it is. I think some other people are like me and others aren't, but yeah. So yeah, this had all the bright colours. It's almost a bit rainbow-esque. I mean, heavily skewed towards the red, orange, yellow. But you've got your green, you've got a little bit of your purples and blues in here, and some pink sneaking into the rainbow there. So yeah, I think that the premise of this artwork is gorgeous, with the sun setting and all the colours in the sky that causes. And then this little row here with the elephant family walking along. And given that this is all reflection, this has got to be water, hasn't it? It's a gorgeous, gorgeous painting. And Deborah Malcolm has done a series of these. I know that she has the different times of the day, and there's one that I've seen that's already available with a Neighbour's Outpost that I might have to check out sometime and see if I can get it to me cheaply enough in the UK. And she's done some others which she puts up in the various crafting Facebook groups, and we're just, you know, I'm just hoping that they come to diamond painting form at some point, because I would definitely be interested. It's actually the first one of hers that I've worked on, and I bought another of hers whilst working on this because I was liking it so much. And I think I'm going to do an unboxing of that probably next video, so you'll see what that is pretty soon. It's very, very sparkly. Let's see if I can actually get that to show in the camera. Even though this is the sort of first generation, if you like, of the upgraded round drills that Diamond Art Club did, they had their old style round drills, which I believe were acrylic. They certainly seemed like acrylic drills in hallmarks to me. And then they upgraded to these ones, and they were sparkly but also shimmery. And this was, when I was buying this kit in February 2022, that was what you tended to get. And then more recently, they seem to have upgraded them again. It's not something that I remember them ever mentioning in the same way as the square upgrades have been talked about, but they definitely got a lot sparklier. And even though this is from that first generation, it is very sparkly, but there was one thing that made me wonder. So the black drills, which are particularly sparkly, but then they often are, they seemed ever so slightly smaller than the rest of the drills. And every time I came to a section of black, and they're often quite chunky, so I'd be trying to get through it with my multi-placer, I just found it a lot harder, like I was having to stretch the drills more to fit the space. So I'm not quite sure what was going on there. And obviously this would only be a relevant comment if you bought this painting around the same time as me anyway. If you buy it on a restock now, it would have all new drills. But yeah, I wonder if the blacks were from the second generation of round drills or something like that, and whether maybe those are slightly smaller than the old ones. I don't know. I have no insider information on this. This is just a thought process I went through because I couldn't understand why the black drills felt markedly different to me. And you do see with round kits that come out now, whereas this is 71 by 56 centimetres, they're often more, the dimensions often have decimal points now. You'll have, you know, a 71.4 centimetres or whatever it might be, which kind of fits with them having shrunk the grid maybe for smaller drills, much like they did for squares. I don't know. Let me know if you have noticed anything similar, or if you have any other explanation for it, because I'm very curious. I have to say that was one of the only things I didn't enjoy about the painting, was the slight feeling of frustration every time I had to work with black drills, because it just, yeah. I found multi-placing with round drills a lot harder to get used to than squares in the first place. And I'm just feeling like I've cracked it, and then that came along and yeah, irked me slightly. It was fairly prone to trash drills. I mean, I would say about average actually, really. This is my little trash drill pot. Is that in focus? Yep, just about. I'd say that's pretty typical for me. No worse, no better than most paintings. There were plenty of drills with, what's the word I'm looking for? Concave backs, you know, where there's not a flat back, it kind of goes in. And there were quite a few bits of random loose resin, like this. But yeah, nothing problematic or unusual really. And I had enough drills of all colours, which as ever is the most important thing. You're never going to get a kit with no trash drills if you're fussy like me, but as long as I can get through it, it doesn't really matter. So here's my leftover drills. As you can see, I don't think there's any I even worried about running out of. The ones that have fewer in weren't used very often in the painting. So yeah, no concerns there. Still a lovely rainbow effect of colours from the leftovers there. all I have to say about this one. I enjoyed it so much more than I was expecting. It surprised me sitting down to it, how much I really got into it straight away and just wanted to keep working away at it. And that's, you know, if you ever wanted to give a painting a good recommendation, it's that you enjoyed it so much you didn't want to step away from it and missed it when you didn't have time, right? I've just realised my cat is snoring really loudly in the background. I'm hoping you can't hear it because I have a microphone on, but if you can hear a weird noise, that's what it is. Thank you very much to my cat, Xander. Okay, I am going to take my camera now and just do you a bit of a close-up, show you the details of the painting, and then I'll come back and say goodbye. So there you have it, an evening stroll. One thing that I usually cover that I've forgotten to cover until now is the ABs, because I know some people like to see how they are used in a painting. There are 4 ABs in this painting. There was a pink, a sort of beige, a yellow and a green. And I don't know how easy it is for you to tell. I wouldn't say they were used very liberally. There's a patch of yellow here in the reflection of the sun going down. There's quite a lot of pink. I think pink was the one that was used most often, and that was all in this sort of area. The green is just really very small highlights in the trees and this section of grass here. And the sort of beige one is in these lines of reflection. So yeah, they are there. Then there's not tons of them. As ever, if you're someone who really likes to bling up your paintings and add more of that kind of thing in, you can do that. It's not something I tend to go for. I don't think that I am creative in that way. I'd never look at a painting and think, here's what I could improve on. And I don't necessarily personally love too much glitz anyway. I like it to be used kind of judiciously, unless the painting particularly calls for lots of ABs. Basically, I found the rendering spot on as it was, and I didn't feel any need to change anything, and I rarely do. But you could add lots more into this kind of area, I think. Maybe do something to get the elephants, although I think then you'd lose the silhouette effect, wouldn't you, of them walking through the shadow. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud, and you can see why I don't do it, because I don't have any bright ideas about it. Yeah, so that is it from me today. Fairly quick video, because there's nothing particularly negative to say about this one, other than my teeny tiny gripe about the black drills. And I could stand here all day gushing about how pretty it is, but I don't think that would be very interesting content for you. So I'll call it a day here and see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're still here with me and you're not already subscribed to the channel, please think about if you would like to join me going forwards. I would love to have you here. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.